Okie dokie. Time for another market analysis. Okay, let's start on the dollar index. I'm doing this a little bit late in the week on Wednesday, but let's go through it together. Okay, so yeah, the week started here. A slight gap up. We expanded up and came down, and we're currently here in the week with 2 more days to go, practically about 3 days to go. So let's have a look at the higher time frames. So we had the inversion gap used very nicely, and now we have a 2 week here, potentially possibility of acting as an inversion gap as we come down and attack this sell side liquidity into this, more inefficiencies here, more of a discount into OT level and a yearly, what I call an R2F gap. Okay. So currently we came in here, and on the weekly, okay. All right, on the weekly we have this gap, which I believe is acting as an inversion gap. So it's tested here. We came down to it, a bit close, tapped into it, and now we're around here. So we should see this week, we should be seeing higher prices on euro, especially as it's the most correlated, and as well as the pound, etc. Mainly euro, I think, and inverse pairs should be gaining strength. Not inverse to euro. Should see dollar CAD. We'll have a look in a second. Those type of pairs as we move lower. Okay, we have this gap here, but we are using this first, this gap and this mitigation block wick. We do have those two confluences. We have CPI today, tomorrow PPI, which are very high impact. So we should have more clues then. Let's go down to the 4 day. 4 day closes as well in 2 days. Okay. Right. Okay. Likewise, came into this mitigation block. Now we're here. We do have a gap up there. Let's go straight to the daily. Yeah. So we gapped. We came up. We expanded really, really low, and then we retraced back into this new day opening gap, almost at the upper quadrant, and we started to expand down. Created this daily order block. So I would say it's a bearish candle, bearish order block on the 1 day. And I would hide it and keep it to the 1 day. Okay, we had the gap here. We expanded and came into it. We gap down, small retracement, and then lower. So I'm going to highlight this new day again. Okay. And now we're here. 12 hour. 4. Okay, we're somewhere around here. Pretty much looks like we're just gonna hit lower, unless we pull one more trick and we come up and fill more of this gap. But yeah, we'll see during CPI. So let's go look at other pairs. The most correlated, euro. Sorry for the chart. Need to clean it up a bit. Okay. 3 week. Yeah. So we had a 3 week gap, came down into it, created this. It's currently an order block, and I believe it will stay that way. We also have a 3 week gap up here. that may be used as an inversion as on the monthly. Yeah, so 21 days for that, but also on the 3 week. 3 week and 1 month. Possible inversion gap. Let's go 2 week. 2 days for us to create this 2 week order block, candle order block. And 1 week here. We closed above here, expand it down, and now we're moving up. So we could just continue. We could just take out this high. These are relative equal highs. That's liquidity. Bodes well for bearish dollar. My bearish dollar analysis. Kidoki. 4 day, 3 day, 2 day, 1 day. Okay. So small gap here, but it doesn't matter. We came down. Found our breaks. Create this bearish candle order block. But we got halted here as there may be a higher time frame narrative. Okay, so some things I'm just going to note. One is the buy sell side. Let me see on the dollar index. Lower highs and higher lows. Okay, the pound makes really lower lows. It looks more bearish, but the dollar euro is getting strength. So if we look at let's have a look at euro pound. We should see euro pound in that case going up. Okay, very bullish. Yeah. So we had that 6 month. Used that nicely. Came down into this. That's a yearly gap. I can't go any higher than the 12 months, so it's the way it is. But yeah, it's really expanding up. Yeah, it's quite choppy consolidation, so it's not really a trending pair at the moment. There is equal lows here, so we could see the pound gain more strength later on compared to euro. This is the pound. Relatively equal up here, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe a bit more of a retracement. Maybe some bullish news, right? We came into the structural CB here, and then we came back to the structural BC and this shift in market structure over here. Yeah, okay. So I had to step out for a second, and now I lost track of what I was talking about pound. But yeah, possibly a higher prices if euro pound starts to move lower. Relative equal highs up here as well. So okay, let's look at New Zealand dollar. Yep, came down, attacked the sell side. Very expected to be at the 3 weeks, and we came into a 3 month as well, and shot down. So we do have a buy side there, but perhaps we come lower first before even thinking to break through this wall of candles. Australian dollar is very closely correlated. There's nothing to the left, so I can't say too much about it. Yeah, so we just have to see and watch for a change in candles. Dollar CAD. Very nice, came to my 4-day target, 1-day refined target. And yeah, we have to see if the dollar index is getting stronger. Then, if the dollar goes down, then Dollar CAD's supposed to go down, but it's not directly correlated to the DXY. So let's just see what we have on the high time frame candles. Nothing much at the moment. We could come down into this area and retest these old highs. If we come down there, maybe we come into this gap. So we're in a 2-month gap at the moment. Okay. And let's have a look at this 3-week. All right. Okay, so we have a 4-day here. That was 4-day. 4-day candle CB. Right. Okay, so we may use this as an inversion gap to move lower. That would coincide with a lower dollar. So we could actually be moving lower from there. Let's see how we act here. Maybe we come higher first. I'll look for a change in the state of delivery or some sort of manipulation, maybe during CPI. We'll see. CPI starts to expand and then moves lower, then we could potentially target that area. Swiss franc getting absolutely destroyed. This is sell side here. Clean this up. So we may likely take out this area. Small equal lows here, so I'd always target that first before even thinking about coming up into there. Yeah, there would be quite a big shift for the US dollar against the Swiss franc to reach that area. But it's nice buy side there as well. But nothing in terms of us possibly moving up there yet. And to the left, nothing much as well. This is large wicks on this forex.com. Dollar yen. What's this? 2-week R2F. So we came in there once. Came up and potentially creating this order block, so we could be moving lower as well on the dollar yen. Okay, order block here. Changing the state of delivery. So moving lower, lower. Yeah. And yeah, taking out all this as well. This small stab into here. And the way it's moving down, probably going to take that out as well. Relative equal lows here, first target. And then we start to move lower. And then, yeah, this is, who knows, might possibly go through all that. US oil. Yes, was waiting for this. You saw my previous analysis. Nice short from there, weighted down to here, targeting this first gap, which is the monthly gap here. And then, of course, there's way more to be possibly had as well. So it's all on the charts. It doesn't matter who was in power, who's the president. It really doesn't matter. Gold. Okay, gold futures. We have gold. Gold. Let me look XAU. Yeah, there's a small gap here on gold. We have this breaker here that we may use to possibly go lower. Okay, but we also have this all high support. So let's just see. If we do go lower, maybe we're going to target this lows here. Come into this. Okay. Yeah, this would be a good target. This gap here on the weekly, on the monthly. Okay, new month opening gap. Gap twice. So we may have a nice retracement into those levels, cool down, and find some support. Come back to a discount. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope you found that insightful. Till next time, bye-bye.